Power armor. The sleeping danger will eventually awake. Do not ignore it simply because it has not yet revealed itself. What is the nature of Originum Arts? The spire casters of Lithanian and the academic at the the academicians of Columbia each developed their own separate theories. Of course, both are simply packaging for the benefit of their respective adherents. Regardless of any differences in terminology, the two theories describe the same relationships. Originum arts involve the caster exerting influence on external matter through a medium, i.e., an arts unit. The arts unit receives and encodes the caster's neural activity, releasing it as energy that interacts with matter or its component particles, resulting in the desired effect. Modern arts units are the product of advances in both theory and industry, with complex energy conversion circuits at their core. Clearly, not all Originum products are suited for this purpose. However, we cannot ignore how the infected are able to use arts without an arts unit. Their infected organs. Using their infected organs to similar effect. We've all heard the terrifying rumors of Lithanian spire casters using one or more infected as a medium for casting, in effect, turning them into massive energy conversion circuits. Of course, such blatant ethical violations would never be allowed in Columbia. What about safe, artificial implants that could serve the same purpose, though? Just as those who've lost their legs in accidents can walk again with prosthetics, or those born blind can see with cornea transplants, those without the ability to use Originum arts may, one day, harness the same power. I'm seeing some shocked faces in the audience. Let me emphasize that this is all hypothetical for now. But I was invited here today by my alma mater to talk about the research that our institute is currently conducting. And ever since I was a student, I've wanted to do more for Columbia using Originum arts, for everyone in this rapidly evolving society. Lithanian distributes social resources according to Originum arts assimilation. Here in Columbia, however, we believe that all men are created equal. Addressed to the Trimount's Institute of Technology by Loken Williams, founder of the Loken Water Tank Laboratory. Composition analysis failed. Liquid does not match any known compound. Look. Is she ripping out a spinal fluid? White crystals form at her fingertips, spreading to cover her entire hand and forearm. It is a scene that you just saw, and which is familiar to you from combat reports as from your own experience. Calcification? Saria does not answer. Suddenly, she raises her hand, and you find her fist in front of your nose faster than you can blink. You hear the sound of mineral impacting metal, and know that Mechanist blocked the attack for you. Before you can catch your breath, you feel something cold touch your neck. Saria's other hand never moved, but there is a calcified blade at your throat, nonetheless. You instinctively hold your breath. Explain yourself, Saria. This is the quickest way to explain it. So, quick side note. The reason I think Saria would definitely know what calcification is her skill 3 is actually the name's calcification. Just a fun fact. My Originum arts reconstruct matter containing calcium at a molecular level. This is what you call calcification, I can control the enamel formed this way using my mind, without the need to move. No radio signals or programs. They are like an extension of my limbs. Do you mean the power armor? A power armor is nothing more than a power armor. This silvery liquid is the key. It's the neurotransmitter of the power armor, linking the brainwaves of the operator to the machine. Like an arts unit? More than that, I should say. I need to catch my breath. Sorry if I've caused any discomfort. I would not have gone for the doctor's hand were it not for that gesture to me. Good thing we know each other so well. There's someone I want to see. As far as I know, he's the first to actually use this prototype power armor. I would like you to come, Miss Mechanist. You saw them go into a bar near the university? Yes, ma'am. All three of them. I can guess who it is Saria's looking for. We just saw him last week. Didn't he agree not to meet anyone from Raine Lab? Is Saria still Raine? I don't think she knows the answer herself. Should we stop them? No. I'm curious how much Saria knows. It's about time we had a talk. And one more thing. Loken Williams is a graduate of the Trimount's Institute of Technology. Loken Williams? Who's that? I guess time really does fly. One accident, and everyone forgets the brightest star of academia. Saria and the control of Raine Lab went to the same school. Social gatherings in Columbia's tech sector are basically all tit reunions? Bro, I don't know what this acronym is. I don't think it means what I'm thinking. I wish I could have spent some time at that school myself. Oh, I think it's a school name. Oh, Trimount. You know, yeah, I understand now. Let's go. Maybe it's not too late to join the fun. The last firebomb. Throw it as far as you can. Here goes. With me. Get inside. We got everybody? Yes, sir. All present and accounted for. What about the monsters? Not yet. The flask's still burning. Looks like it's got their attention. Thank you, everyone. We have all of the injured. What's next, Doc Silence? Sir, the door. It won't open. What the hell is going on? You locked that door, Doc? I've never been to this test site before. Dr. Urbica. The lab doors are automatic. But it's locked. Doctor? What are you complaining about? Are you afraid of the silver constructs outside? How are we supposed to know if you're trying to keep them out or keep us in? Maybe you planned all this. Are you joking? You're saying that I somehow made you kidnap me? Watch it. You're our prisoner. Don't forget. Sam! You're the one who said these whitecoats are fooling us. No. Be quiet for a sec. You hear it? Doc Silence. A rustle. Like something slithering on the ground. Do not stop. And do not look back. Push open the third door on your right. It opened. Do not be afraid. I will protect you. As always. Bro, if that's Dorothy, she kind of saw us, not gonna lie. Test results for the latest batch of transmitter? Yes, sir. In a laboratory environment, of course. A 1.7% increase in efficiency. A massive breakthrough in 1 month. Excellent work. Do you need more time? 10 days? 20? Sorry. Whoa. Come now, don't frighten the youths like that. No wonder the staff so fear the accolades of the Director of Energy. Oh, it's an old guy. I think I was a little too animated, but it's alright. Come to boast about your people skills, Parvis. Just passing through. Back to your lap now, poor little fellow. I'll keep your director company for a bit. Alright. Okay. Thank you. So quick on his feet. Such as these, eh? Gone in a flash. I don't see you outside your lab often, except for directors' meetings. What brings you here exactly? Where do I even start? The brain doesn't spin so fast at my age. You were born with white hair. Caprine? Haha. Oh, now I remember. Do you know where Mulsis is? We made a bet. She wagered 10 boxes of black bean tea from hydroponics and ecological. A bet? 2 days ago, she told me that you were planning to rid Ferdinand Clooney's name of the director title. Sonny? Why did you stop? We can't do this. Do what? We can't follow that voice. The voice? You mean Director Franks? Sonny, Director Franks knows this lab better than anyone. Better than Elena or myself. She knows where we'll be safe. That's why I don't trust her. Don't you see? She's pulling our strings, guiding every step, drilling into our minds. She's walking us right into her cage. We're going along with it. Please calm down, Sonny. Getting excited could exacerbate your condition. Let me go. Get away from me. Rude? Ooh. Olivia, are you okay? I'm fine. That's enough, Pioneer. I would have left you outside if Olivia didn't insist we help you. Ha! Like we wanted to be here with you in the first place. I don't understand. At all. Dorothy was so kind to you. How's your son, Dirk? Not so good, Director Franks. The doctor says he needs an operation. But is it the cost? Nothing gets past you. I joined the Pioneer team to try help my boy. This is my first project. We don't have much money. I shouldn't have spent any on neuropathy medicine. If only I knew my son had heart trouble. There's no hope for me, but him? He's still so little. Don't worry, Dirk. I know a way. He's the best heart surgeon I know. Take your son and find her. The best surgeon? In Trimounts? Must be awful pricey. She's an old classmate of mine. Tell her Dorothy Franks sent you, and she'll give you a discount. Really? Don't tell anybody. It'd be bad for her reputation if word got out she gives discounts. Won't tell a soul. Cross my heart. I gotta go. Thank your friend for me. No, I mean, if he's gonna go see the friend, I mean, why doesn't he take... The logic is flawed. Why are you standing there? The coffee's getting cold. So much the better. It'll hurt less when I spill it on you. Are you worried about me? Or the coffee? You can smile and plead all you want, but I'm not lending you lunch money. Looks like it's plain rice for the rest of the month, Stan. The director of Raine Lab, begging for food from a low-level researcher. Can you imagine the scandal? The rich in the marked section is the poorest of the five, after all. I'm not Ferdinand. I don't have sponsors lined up waiting to dress me in gold from head to tail. At least the boss has good taste. Back on topic. It's not like I don't know the classmate you're talking about. She probably couldn't wait to double her fee when she heard your name. You're willing to pay anything for your Pioneer friends. No wonder people take advantage of you. Laugh all you want. Not like I can do anything about it. I'm going back to my lab. Maybe finishing this experiment will help stuff your wallet a little. She did so much for you and pushed me into keeping it secret. How could you do this to her? Dr. Urbica, you're Dorothy Frank's friend. You see only what she wants you to see. You don't know what terrible things she's hiding under the surface. Director Franks, my boy's surgery went great. The doctor says he'll be out of the hospital by next week. Fantastic. Would you like to go home and see him? Go home? Back to the city? But I'm infected. I can't enter a nomadic city on my own. Unless you have a new contract that pays for the insurance. You're looking at a chance, Dirk. One that can change your destiny. Sign this consent form, and you'll be able to go home. Of course, no rush. You have 24 hours to think about it. This isn't a trick. Nothing in the fine print. I've circled the important points. Make sure you understand the risks. Come find me if you have any questions. Dirk. Sir? What are you doing here? Did you sign up for... Give me the consent form. Why? No. Do you get it? She's stuffing you into a cage. To experiment on. So what? Director Frank says she's giving me a chance. When was the last time we heard the word chance? I don't need 24 hours. I won't wait another minute for a chance to see my boy. That's how she got Dirk. Not just Dirk. Alan, Gail, Sophia. She knew everyone's weaknesses. No one could say no to her. That's Dorothy Franks. Those silver creatures were her. The silver constructs? They're... You know nothing. How much do the two of you know about our pursuers? Ah, shit, they're both hiding something. One of you calls them creatures. The other uses the word constructs. I'm certain I heard correctly. My people are renowned among Liberia for our sense of hearing. I'm just guessing. Same here. At least you agree on something. Never mind that. No matter what you think of Dorothy, at this moment, she's helping us escape. Let's follow her instructions for now. Maybe our pursuers on the other end of the corridor will help collect your thoughts. The smell is familiar. Too bad there's still work to be done. I miss the sensation of alcohol rushing through my body. I heard your special drink is machine oil. You're listening to Blaze, huh? She's always complaining about all the rumors there are about her, and complaining that I take things too rough in her weapon test sessions. Machine oil is the name of my favorite cocktail. Regular patrons of just one more pint know it well. Have you found your man, Saria? He spends 20 hours a day here. 2 Trimount Sunshines, please. You don't look like someone who drinks during work hours. I'm not. I've never been one to let alcohol interfere with my brain, regardless of the hour. Live a little, Saria. Both of these are yours. And you'd better pull yourself together, because I'm not buying a third. What? Have you gone homeless too after leaving Raine? How many drinks I'm willing to buy for you depends on how much your information is worth to me. Well then, spit it out. What do you want to know? See the liquid in this test tube. It's not for drinking. Well then, why are you asking me? Show me your right hand. What are you doing? You're right-handed, but you're holding the glass with your left. Does your right arm still hurt from the subdermal arts unit implant? The what? Saria. Who's the helmet in the hood? Raine Engineering? Volvort Kuczynski? Maybe one of those places whose name we dare not speak? Did they change their minds? Decide to shut me up forever? I promise you, I have nothing to do with any of the organizations you mentioned. Not now, not ever. Promise? Words like that ain't even worth the booze in front of me. Doctor, he may not be willing to talk with us here. It's you I don't trust. Especially not that getup. You reek of the Colombian tech elite. Know what I mean? The hood can stay. Feel better about you? Why don't you take a break? Alright, I'll be over there. Saria, you've picked up so many tabs for me. Let me give you some honest advice. Don't dig any deeper. You don't want to end up like me. This test tube of yours, that power armor, you're biting off more than you can chew. Yes, more than even you can chew. Do you understand what it is you've just said? Of course. It was you who reminded me. I'm not senile yet. This is a very serious accusation. Is it now? An accusation? The accusation that you have something to do with Mules's disappearance? Or the one that you're trying to seize control of Raine Lab? Hit old man's fucking spicy. You need stronger evidence than that to blackmail me. Relax, old friend. How long have we worked together? 10 years and then some? Did you really think I was typed to come chat with an old friend carrying a bunch of papers, voice recordings, and legal drafts? You. Just because you did it to me doesn't mean I intend to return the favor. Colombians like to put everything on the negotiating table. But you forget, I'm a cunning old Lithuanian goat who likes to play dumb. What exactly do you want? Just passing by. And to encourage an old friend. I don't understand. I thought you were on Control's side. You don't understand? We're researchers after all. There's always more we don't understand than we do. That's part of the fun. You're a lot like Kirsten. Too young. And too smart. You're always trying to fly high, not realizing how difficult it is for the others to keep up with you. All I want is to be left in peace to do my research and not be dragged along the ground. It may only take a couple of years of your administration for the military and big capital to pick Raine Lab to the bone, but it won't happen tomorrow. I'm surprised you have such a high opinion of me. You'll need to deal with the Director of Defense first, however, in order to get to Kirsten. I didn't think Defense had a director. Look at you. Your memory failing at such a tender age. Kirsten never accepted Saria's resignation. I never understood how you think, Saria. No one talks about that. Ever since everything went down at Loken, my old employer, they all chose to cut ties, no matter how much or how little they knew about the experiments. That's what smart people do. Does that mean you're not smart? Tongue's still as sharp as ever, huh? I would run if I could. They won't let me. You ask if my right hand hurts? Of course it does. But did you think they would let me did you think they would let me live this long if I didn't give up my hand and become a test subject? I was a goddamn surgeon. Even I had no idea what they wanted me to implant. Still capable of anger, I see. Looks like the alcohol hasn't completely numbed you. You've changed, Saria. I could see you were angry when you first came to me a few years ago. Oh? You weren't exactly wearing it on your face, but I could see it. I felt the same way. when I learned what kind of experiments I was involved in. There are other ways if you want to take down Raine Lab. You're one of the founders. Anybody after Raine will be queuing up to take your hand. Taking down Raine won't solve anything. Kill one beast, only for its flesh and blood to feed yet more beasts. The fall of Lucan water tank is proof. Excuses. Gone all over the place for Raine. You're opposed to them on the surface, but what you're actually doing is cleaning up their messes. When I saw you, I knew the rumors were true. You were willing to go to jail for Raine Lab. The Mansfield incident? Not the smartest thing to deal in rumors. The fall of Hydro was a headache for the Director of Energy, wasn't it? The loss of a key supplier has thrown a wrench into his request for a new laboratory site. He lost a few major orders, didn't he? It was a setback to whatever experiments he had going on. It wasn't me who sent the Hyde brothers to jail. You played a big part. I know the rules. With the Hyde brothers locked up, the prosecutors no doubt wanted to use them to hook bigger fins. Why was there no mention of Raine Lab in the news? Why does Raine always emerge unscathed from these things? The truth is, you've been following the trail, cleaning up all Raine's little mistakes left along the way. That's why you came looking for me. You wanted to know whether or not Raine had anything to do with this regent. Deep down, you're still Raine's Director of Defense. You still think it's your job to pick up after them. There's something at Raine that you can't let go of. Or maybe it's someone. Some sentiment. Looks like you do have emotions after all, Saria. At the end of the day, we're all flesh and blood. The subject is out of control. Restraints have failed. Not getting any neural signals from the subject. Attempting sedative injection. Negative. The subject is activating original arts. A monster. It's a huge monster. No. The flames are manifesting. Get the director on the line. Now! Fire. The fire. Ifrit? Where are you? Ifrit? Saria? She felt no heat in the fiery corridor. The eyes of the Voiver were harder than rock, colder than steel. She could not read the emotions within them. To this day, she does not know what she saw in the Voiver's eyes. Are you okay, Doc Silence? You've got to be tired. You've been taking care of Doc Moore and the rest of us. I'm wicked sorry I acted like that. And almost got you hurt. Rhodes Island isn't like Raine Lab. You and Gray have been good to us. And you never asked for nothing for it. Is that true? I'm no saint, Sonny. I was a Raine Lab researcher. My experiments almost wiped out an entire city, block. Countless people along with it. Huh? There was a girl. She was close to me. Almost like family. She was the subject of the experiment. What happened to her? She's still alive. But only alive. All these years, I've tried and failed to give her back the life she should have had. A normal life. But I couldn't stop the situation from deteriorating. Don't blame yourself. I'm sure you never meant to hurt her. Funny. That's how I comforted myself in the past. I didn't know. It was others who were truly to blame. But was that really so? As the overseer in the field, did I really not know the risks of our research? The answer is clear. Either I was blinded by the tantalizing promise of a breakthrough, or I was far less a researcher than I thought I was. And that's harder to do than to hate someone else. Perhaps the one I truly could not forgive was... I never knew your story. We just met her, so I mean, it's more than just a story. It's why I came here. Aren't you trying to save your friend? Of course. I have to save Joyce. But I want to save you and Elena and Director Franks. I want to stop all this before we get to the point of no return. You believe me? Like I said, I believe in the truth and what I see for myself. And I recall that I've seen something like it. The silver things following us. They look like the result of version of arts gone awry. By the way, I had Ben bring you something. It should be on your desk now. Ben? You forgot again? You told him to have tea with me. He talked so much that he nearly drank my entire stash. I don't remember you owing me anything. Oh? That wasn't what you said when you completed my chimeric organism experiments. The diabolic experiments. Glad you remember. My student used an anesthetic of her own design during the final phase. The shocking results. Silence was such a smart girl. I miss her. After the project was suspended, I reviewed data logs and found it was no coincidence. What data? You're not the only one who digs through the trash. You mean Loken water tank? Those data were... Let's not dwell on clerical matters, shall we? Loken Williams was a genius. Reviewing his data made me realize that I was taking the long way around. I was trying to increase the subject's cell activity in order to increase sync rate with the energy contained within the embedded shards. Who would have thought that suppressing the subject's neural responses would be the way to go? Suppress? I made some small changes to your formula based on this conjecture. I hope you'll forgive the initiative. You're a sly one, old goat. Oh, why the invitation? I simply offered a gift before you asked for it. Is it really so disappointing to lose a weapon against me? It had better be of use to my experiments. I promise you'll like it. Oh, and if you're successful, could you pick up the tab on the 10 boxes of black bean tea that Mulesy owes me? I would have won that bet if not for my formula. Back on topic. The Regent. I had a sniff when you took it out. Yes, it's the exact same smell. It's the ghosts of the ones who died on my operating table. Back to haunt me. Thicker and more numerous. Who? Who, you ask? Who salvaged the most from the ruins of Loken water tank? Time to go home, Saria. Raine Lab. See, you knew the answer all along. You already met the Tin Man. He helped you find me. Who's the main sponsor of the diabolic experiments? Who is Loken water tank's investor? Who had the means to hire multiple labs to engage in similar experiments at the same time? How irresistible did the order have to be to make those labs put their petty patent feuds aside and sit down to share data? And whose hand did the surviving subjects pass through before they were sent out to Columbia? Do you mean Looks like a pretty lively conversation. I hope I didn't miss too much.